What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Happy Wednesday. You know the vibes. I'm here with the season finale recap of the haves and the have-nots. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Everybody be sure to like, comment, and share. The episode picked up where it left off last week. Wyatt in jail, trying to kill himself. Now, the season finale was decent, you know what I'm saying? Because Tyler threw a wrench in there. And part of me feel like he threw like maybe 2 wrenches, surprises in there. I feel like, okay, Tyler been, he finna upgrade, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to next season. It was a slight cliffhanger, but it wasn't really like a huge cliffhanger like we normally get. But nevertheless, he promised that somebody was gonna die, or at least we assumed somebody was gonna die. My assumption is that's Wyatt, because the show picked up where it left off. Wyatt in jail. Mom, you and Dad, you said you hate me, and Catherine over there. Wyatt, no, I was angry. I didn't mean it. Look here. First of all, at this point, it's time for Wyatt to die. Like, it's no more storyline we can squeeze out of the crackhead son. It's time for him to die. And I guess what irritated me was the fact in this scene, Catherine was screaming, guard, guard, guard. And like the other inmates in the jail, like nobody, like if this was a prison, okay, cool, I can see it. But a county jail, and none of the other inmates in there was reacting to this boy bleeding out of his wrist, and like they were just in there chilling, like I can't wait for the Tyler Pitt check to clear. Like they was like, I don't know, I never been in jail before, but if I was in jail and I was seeing somebody split their wrist, I'll probably assist and trying to get the guards' attention for help. So let's only hope that Wyatt is gone. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of that garbage behind storyline. Because it was so funny. Catherine was sitting up in there begging this boy to not kill himself, that they love him, they need him, etc., etc. And he's sitting over there like, y'all hate me. I done tried to kill y'all. And I'm just sitting there watching the show like, exactly, like, a part of me, a selfish part, and it's TV, so I don't take this stuff too serious. A selfish part of me wanted Catherine to just sit back and just watch him die and be like, well, it's your turn. You just tried to kill me and your father, so do what you do. Yeah, I don't know. Like I say, man, for me, I can't stand Wyatt. And, Tyler could at least kill the man off with the corona. The coronavirus got everybody in the States acting a fool. Tyler could at least kill the man off with a corona. But we don't even know how he got the shank, because since he's been in jail, we have not seen him leave his jail cell once. We have not seen him talk to another inmate once. So that is what it is. But for me, I have no problem with Wyatt dying. And, as he started to bleed out, he started telling his mama about a story, how he wanted a banana foster, and she was angry and said no or something, and then the priest did what he did. So I'm sure, I kind of forget all of that storyline back in season 1 and 2, and Wyatt, claiming that, him and his sister, or just him, was assaulted by the priest or whatever. Like, I don't know. But it wasn't no sympathy from Al watching Wyatt sit there and bleed out his veins. Like, he couldn't die, he couldn't pass out quick enough for me. So anyways, moving on. Jim, little thug homeboy, little play thug, come visits him in the hospital, and Jim was like, I'm gonna give you another chance. Veronica Harrington, I need her dead, and I need for it to be look like a accident. And that's one thing I noticed on this show. Every time somebody wants somebody dead, they always say, let's make it look like an accident. Look, sometimes people just get killed and murders go unsolved. Like this whole, I don't know. But, Jim, wants him to, make a boom, like make the death be a boom. And so, the young fella was like, okay, he got it down. And Jim asked him, what are you thinking, young fella? And the young buck was like, I don't know, and Jim was like, okay, follow her for a little bit. She like to hang around thugs and goons, and maybe you can set one of them up, etc., etc. And myself, Jim resources just aren't that great, if you ask me. Like, I don't expect this little fake homeboy thug to do anything with Veronica, but if he feel like he can get it done, it is what it is. So, anywho, after that, Jim receives a phone call from Kyle, and long story short, Kyle's like, look, that the information you gave me on Candace Young, it don't pay this type of debt where I can get your wife off a murder charge. And I think sometimes Tyler forget that he actually made Jim, as well as David, but more so Jim, a judge, an attorney, a judge. Like, it ain't like we talking a murder charge. Like, what exactly could be done? Because technically, Jim, you in the hospital, you don't know what evidence the DA has against her. So, sometimes Tyler forget that he made Jim a judge. So it is what it is. And so Jim go on and tell Kyle, like, I can be a very helpful resource if you give me the chance. And I'm just saying to myself, bro, you broke. Your son just shot you. You have no allies. The Malones is protecting the Youngs. Like, how can you be an asset? That's what I don't know. I don't know. Jim, this episode, like, and first of all, it's time to get him out that house, bro. You wasn't shot with, you was shot with a duck shot. It's time for you to go home, player. I'm tired of seeing you in that hospital bed, twinkling your toes and handing out orders left and right to your, to your minions. Like, I'm just tired of seeing it. So, nevertheless, Kyle hangs up the phone with Jim, and him and his little mini-me, his little sidekick, they start talking about, the whole Candace situation, how the media has flipped the narrative on her, how now all of a sudden they loving Candace but hating Jim, and they kind of trying to figure out, who could be behind it. Like, could it be Jim? Could it be Senator Conley? Because later in the episode, he tells his minion about how Conley came to visit him and threatened him in a sort of kind of way about Candace Young. And so he, he talking about killing Candace. Now, I don't know how that's going to go. I'm sure sooner or later somebody's going to put eyes on Candace, like a tail on Candace, because she can't die. She's the show. To me, her, Veronica, and she could possibly be getting into the White House now, which has been my dream and goal all along. So, he tells his men to tie up all loose ends, make sure everything they did was legit, make it look like an accident, make it look like Conley wasn't, like in a relationship with her or something. Like, I don't know. I don't really understand the political direction Tyler kind of want to take the show in, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Tyler evolving, what I'm saying? I'm here for it. So anyways, moving on. Benny went and bought him 2 tow trucks. Benny say him and Mitch about to get back in the game. Benny say, hey, it's time for us to get it going. Now here's the thing. Now, Benny, the only issue I got with Benny at this point, the only issue is, when he pulled up, he told Mitch, like, hey, Mitch, like, look, we're going to get back in it. I got a tow truck. I got you one. Benny's towing back up full fledged, or whatever the case is. So my only thing is this. Considering Mitch done saved your life on multiple occasions, the least you can do is come up with a different name or make him some type of partner in the business, because if you save my life, especially if you save my life more than once, the least I could do is make us business partners and not have you working for me. Like, I don't know, something about that just didn't sit right with my spirit. So then Candy came, pulled up like a G. She bought Mitch a truck to thank Mitch for all that he has done for herself as well as Benny and the family. And I'm just like, this is more like it, Benny. Take notes from your sister. Give, and be thankful. You understand what I'm saying? So long story short, they outside and they already know Hannah gonna be mad. And I wasn't even mad. So they go on the inside, Hannah sitting back in the cut, and she called him out because she heard about being a new tow truck and Mitch new truck. And long story short, Benny just run his damn mouth too much, man. Benny couldn't hold. Candace gave me $1 million, and I went and bought 2 tow trucks, and you ain't got to like it, but it is what it is. And so Hannah said, "Well, get your shit and get out." And I was just like, Hannah really acting like she just got awarded power of attorney from a lady who got millions of dollars. Like Hannah, like you, I don't know, like Hannah. Considering the fact that this man has caused so much pain and hurt towards your family, you can't just operate in fear. And I ain't with it. And I was happy that Benny finally stood up to his mammy and told her, like, you ain't got to like it, but this is what it is. And so she go to Candace and ask Candace what has she bought, and Candace said, I have not bought anything. And she tells Candace that she can pack up her shit and leave too. And Candace was like, well, what you think I'm doing here? Like, I'm finna go. And so, to me, Hannah go as far as to tell them that when she get back, if they ain't gone, she gonna call the police, tell the police that they stole the money. What? To my side, I'd rather see you alive in jail and dead and in the ground. Like, okay, I get that part. But listen, they ain't steal nothing. Legally, the money was wired to Candace Young's business account legally. So you can say whatever you want to, and obviously if it was a situation that Jim could prove that the money was stolen, when you think he would have went about it that way since he's a judge and all? See, like Hannah be thinking like an old person, like I ain't got time for it, I ain't here for it. But like I say, Hannah, she storms out, she's upset, but before she leaves, Benny tells her, and like I said, Benny made me proud this episode. He said, I'm gonna go buy me a house, nothing too big. And when you stop tripping, you can come stay with me instead of staying here freeloading. Now, the only issue I had with that is like, Benny, come on now, bro. Like, if Candace wouldn't have gave you that money, you would have still been there freeloading too. But I feel where you were coming from, dog. You know what I'm saying? Your mama pissed me off too. And she got more faith and goodwill towards Catherine Cryer. Are they coming with Catherine? Like, they going to be at odds. And it's coming soon over this money. So, you know, that was that. So anyways, you know, moving on. David is sneaking in his own damn house because he don't want Jeffrey to hear him come in. And what pissed me off about this scene is the fact that Jeffrey laying back on the sofa like it's his house and gonna, you know, ask his father, Dad, why you sneaking into your own house? Like, bruh, he don't wanna even look at you right now. Like, he's in a state of shock. He just witnessed his son having sexual intercourse with another man. And he's still processing. And Jeffrey is like, you want to talk about it? And I ain't gonna really too much talk about this scene because, like, to me, Jeffrey pissed me off too. It's time for him to die too. But long story short, David was very mature about what happened. David was like, I have no issue with you loving who you love, who you want to be, you know, sexually active with, etc., etc. I just was not ready to see it, but I'll get over it. It's your life, and I support you. David was mature as he could possibly be in that moment, and so then he just had to ruin it. He was like, Dad, you know, you didn't have to buy me that 50 box of condoms. And I'm saying to myself, like, what? Now, Tyler, now, you know, you did good with the scene, but we ain't need to throw that in there. Like, we didn't need to know that David went and bought this boy some condoms, a 50 pack. And then we didn't need him asking, well, I'm going out with Madison tonight. Would it be okay if he come over afterwards? And David say, sure, just make sure you lock your damn door. And he goes to myself, well, you just make sure you knock next time. First off, boy, you stay with your daddy. He ain't got knock in his own house. He can just walk straight up in there. You understand what I'm saying? But I was like, Tyler, like, you know, you could have left the 50 pack of condoms out. Like, you know, I don't know. But then, before David leaves, he asked Jeffrey, do he, you know, love his mother? And Jeffrey was like, you know, it is what it is. But if something was to happen to her, I'll understand. So I guess we all understand what's going on with that right there. So moving on, Veronica plan is in full action. She got her maid there, she cleaning up, etc., etc. And Veronica don't want to make no type of conversation with the young lady. She just want the young lady there to handle business. So Veronica get her doorbell rings, and it's her little goon. I don't even know her dude name, but long story short, he tells her like, look, somebody after you. This person, you know what I'm saying, that they're serious, they dangerous. I'm just letting you know so you know to watch your back. Veronica ain't scared. She pushing up all up on him, and long story short, he giving her a heads up, and obviously, I don't really like the fact that Tyler be writing, in the past 5 or 6 episodes, making Veronica just look like a hoe. I'm just not here for it, because she goes as far as to tell him that he ain't got to worry about touching her until she sees some STD testing papers. I'm just not here for Tyler making Veronica like a hoe. Like, I don't know, but nevertheless, Veronica was just like, after he left that, that nigga smelled just like malt-looking weed, and called her maid Lisa or whatever the young lady name to come spread or whatever. So then Madison and Jeffrey, they go on a date, and the whole time Madison was joking with Jeffrey like, oh, I know you liked it. He was just like, and I'm just like, okay. And then Jeffrey was like, well, the faster we eat here, the faster we can get back to my bedroom. And I'm just like, okay, Tyler, like, I get it. I don't like Jeffrey's character. Like, I really don't, because his character has not evolved in a maturing way, in my opinion. He's still not comfortable with his sexuality. He's still not comfortable with being who he is as a man, and all of a sudden he want to turn into Jeffrey Yana, the city girl, and tell this man, you got to take me out to hit this, and then when he out there saying the faster we eat, the faster we get back in the bed, like, I don't know, like, he has no independence, he has no drive about himself. Like, I don't like the character Jeffrey. It ain't so much his whole relationship with Madison, because I don't really have no issue with Madison at all. I don't. But Jeffrey, on the other hand, I just don't like his character, man. It's horrible. So that's pretty much that. Then we get a twist. We find out that Veronica's maid, is a con artist. Her and her boyfriend planning to con Veronica. And that's what I was like, well, Tyler, boy, you might be on to something. Now, I don't know if it's going to work, because y'all know Veronica. Sooner or later, when she find out X, Y, and Z, she start putting things into action. But I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. The odds are against Veronica going into next season or whatever the case is. So I'm interested in that. And last but not least, while Candace is packing out of nowhere, because we haven't seen Derek in since episode 1 or 2 of the season. Bennis is on the computer looking up Derek online, and he find his booking, his when you go to prison, your prison report, booking report, and all that type of stuff. And he seen the lion tattoo, and he was like, didn't mama say the man raped her, had a lion tattoo? So now it looks like Benny done put 2 and 2 together. So he probably he got a little money now. He gonna try to go after Derek, and Derek gonna have to put a bullet in him. That's how I feel like next season gonna go. But the season finale was okay. It wasn't the best, but I can't complain. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section below. And until next time, I haven't had enough family. I'll see y'all later. Peace.